Welcome back, guys, to another race.
I'm happy.
And it's round number 4 today for the Miami Grand Prix in Season 2 of our Return to Glory with McLaren. If you guys did miss the previous one at the Qatar GP where we try to get this man another win in Formula 1, then go check that one out before you see this one. Really good episode. Went right down to the wire. Literally the last lap. We were racing the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, and it looks like it's going to be going that way. McLaren versus Red Bull, unless, you know, Aston, Ferrari want to throw their hat into the ring later on in the season and upgrade. Who knows? We've seen, you know, Red Bull rapidly upgrade. And, you know, going into that last race, we had to bring upgrades to make sure we were still competing with Red Bull, you know, in terms of cornering and things like that. In terms of rank on the grid, right now, we're looking pretty good. You know, off the back of the upgrades we did make, the car is now back in a position where I feel like going into Miami, we should be able to, you know, expect them to challenge for the top spots, but it's not guaranteed. We do need to keep in a steady stream of upgrades, and we'll be doing that this episode as well to try and keep this advantage we have, because there is really no guarantee, and obviously mistakes could crop up, you know, as we saw at the end of last season. New ATR period soon come, and the old one's going to end, and we've still got some CFD and wind tunnel time, so definitely going to get some upgrades in before that period ends. Going to go for a chassis to try and improve, well, the top end speed we've already got, but more so the acceleration by stripping the weight of this chassis, because we're still only 10th on the grid for acceleration, and I feel like in times when we have fought Red Bull, it's been apparent that the car is not getting out the corners as quickly as them. We did earn quite a lot of money from the last race because of all the kind of sponsor goals we've had so far. I'm really tempted to go in for car development, like a facility upgrade. Let me know down in the comments below. I'll go off what you guys reckon in the comments. What do you reckon we should be upgrading next in terms of the facilities? Have a look at what we've got right now in terms of the different levels, even staff facilities or operation facilities. What do you reckon I should go into? You know, we've done it in the past before in these kind of career mode series where you guys have been like my board of directors. So let's bring it back in for the next episode. Let me know what you make of it in the comments below. What should we be buying next? Because we've got a cool 22 million, which is a really big total, really. You know, last season, albeit with a cost cap break, we were operating, you know, with 6 million floating around in the purse of our finances. So there's definitely cash to spend there on top of the upgrades we've been making. But with only 4 days until this next Grand Prix, we're going to get straight into the Miami GP. In terms of our sponsor goals, going to go for 2 drivers qualifying above. Let's go P6. I actually reckon we'll be really good at Miami. Because this was actually the first place, was it not, where we scored some really good points actually in Season 1. So I think the McLaren car goes well around Miami. So I'll go finish position. Let's go big. Let's go for you know, double top 5 at least. And then I think we finished a hot streak position before, so let's go for another one of at least 2 drivers in the top 8. And let's do a hot streak target of 3, which could get us 1.5 million if we are able to get that. Hard to tell from practice, really, what it's going to be like. Good practice, I think, hopefully with this setup. Leclerc topping FP3, Piastri up there, Sonoda popping in a good time for Williams. Although in FP1, like Hamilton was top, and we know how slow Mercedes and Lewis has been so far in this series. But okay, it could have been better a little bit with Vettel with the setup satisfaction 83% to Lando's 93, but overall driver confidence is still quite high because Vettel's actually got more track acclimatization. So overall, both drivers in good form, hopefully good headspace for qualifying. And this qualifying for Miami is going to be ATA qualifying, so that means we have to use hards in Q1, mediums in Q2, and then Q3 is going to be soft tires for everyone. So a bit of a different one, but you know, anytime we had this last season, it did throw up a few little surprises, and I think in real life actually has been you know, a decent actually qualifying format at a few different races. So in terms of this, then we are going to want cooldown laps actually, and I might do 3 on the hard tires, maybe, or maybe just 2, bring them in and do it again. Let's go for that, because it's 1 set of tires, isn't it? So maybe just 2 to start off with, and then we can see if we want to do another one. Initial laps looking pretty good for Vettel and Lando Norris, with 2 purples and a green for Lando to go P3, Vettel P5. Merck's up there, though, with Russell, so maybe there is more time to find then. Or maybe Mercedes have actually just brought upgrades. Piastri topping and in the garage at the moment, but plenty of people still yet to set laps. 2 Ferraris, Verstappen, Hamilton, so let's see. But I feel like we should be feeling comfortable, I think. So, checker flags fallen. We did send them out again just in case, but they did improve. Hardly, so it really didn't matter that much. But Piastri tops the session with that original time, I think. Leclerc goes second, Alonso third. Hamilton and Verstappen close together, and looks like Merck genuinely maybe look a bit better around Miami than they have done so far this entire season. And we're in a good, we're just getting through the sessions right now. It won't matter till Q3, and I'm confident on the soft compound tyre. The car will be right up there, hopefully. Right, first lap's done, or first set of laps, I should say, done. Lando P1 at the moment. Vettel, I think, hitting some traffic maybe on his second run and the first one maybe as well, because he's nearly 8 tenths off. So definitely some time to find for Sebastian Vettel, our latest race winner in this season. Yeah, I'm not going to feel confident about Vettel getting through in the top 10 with that. He needs to pull up his socks and put in a better performance, which is difficult because we've taken tyre wear now out of this tyre. But we're going to go again. Right, green, looking a bit better. Let's see. Riding on board with Sebastian. He's on the bubble, P10. So this really does have to be a much better improvement. Hopefully that first sector, green alone, is going to be enough to pull him up the order. Crosses the line, goes P4. Big last sector and first sector as well. But he'll continue for a second run just to see what he can do. I think we're fine with Lando. Perez topping the session though right now. Definitely, this ATA definitely throws in a few surprises because we've got Max on the bubble. And speaking of, he goes out knowing he's at risk. So, yeah, this ATA qualifying sometimes can bring up a bit of a surprise. And you've got Albon in the top 6 at the moment in the Williams. He goes out again. Interesting times. But what's going to be of Max Verstappen? He's P11. Max Verstappen's P11 right now, and he's got traffic of the Williams. I think that's Albon. Yeah, Albono is blocking Verstappen. Could he be knocked out here? I genuinely don't think he's going to improve that much with his Williams ahead of him, who is on a flying lap as well. And now there's a Ferrari going slow. Is that Sainz? No, it's Leclerc. And Leclerc's on a flying lap as well. Oh, it's a shocker. Oh, look at this traffic. Look at that traffic. I think Verstappen's going to be knocked out. It's a 1-2 for Aston Martin. Hamilton P3. What's happened here? It looks like the status quo for the first 3 races of this season are being chucked out the window here in ATA qualifying in Miami. And Verstappen is in P12 with this traffic. Checkered flags falling. Leclerc, he's backed out of it. Albon goes across the line. Verstappen crosses the line and he's out. Max Verstappen is out in Miami in Q2. Piastri is the lead, Red Bull's through. Albon makes it in, as well as both Mercs, Ferraris, Astons. Big shocker. Right, starting their first flying laps. Good amount of clean air for both Vettel and Lando. And he said Londo there, Lando. Hamilton, I think he'll come out just behind us. So I think that's fine. For Lando at least, there's Vettel and then Hamilton. There it is. So that's timed pretty damn well. I think Perez is on. Oh no, Perez is on an out lap. We might catch him on this back straight, annoyingly. But apart from that, hopefully it'll be all right. I mean, let's see if Perez is going to get out of the way neatly for both our drivers. Yeah, okay. Perez literally jumps out of the way of both of them. Okay, thank God. I think we should be fine then. Going to catch Alonso right at the end of the lap, but shouldn't matter. Let's see. Might be laying down a time to beat here, Lando Norris. Across the line, 127.7. What can Sebastian Vettel do? It's a 4 tenths off with a 128.1. That'll be around. So some time to find for Sebastian on the second flying lap. Alonso's on his flyer, so I don't think we'll catch him. So I think we'll both get a clean run on this second flyer. And Lando's going even quicker. Oh, this boy is looking rapid around Miami in this McLaren right now. Vettel's gone 2 greens as well. Improvements for both our drivers in a clean bit of the circuit here in Miami. It's a bit overcast, I got to say, with a 5% chance of rain actually here on Saturday, but it won't matter. Lando Norris crossed the line, 2 purples, 1 yellow though. Doesn't go any quicker, and neither does Vettel. After all of that, their last sectors were so bad, they didn't go quicker, and that might be their quickest laps, because we only get this one set of soft tyres. So the tyres are already quite worn. So that might be it. But we got the laps in early. But Perez comes in to split us. Perez comes in. Aston looking a bit quicker around Miami here. Will they be the ones we're fighting rather than Red Bull? Hamilton P3. Hamilton's come in. What did I say? The status quo has changed a bit. Merc and Aston are a threat to us. Where's Piastri? Piastri's gone quicker than Vettel, but Lando's still top, which is good to see for him. 3 cars ahead of us, though, with Seb. A little bit frustrating, but, you know, that's how it goes. Other teams maybe have brought upgrades. Oh, we can change tyres. Oh, we do have other sets of softs. Oh, great. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Whoops. I thought we only had 1 set of softs. So actually, we're going to go for 1 cheeky flying lap right at the end. Oh, no. I fluffed it. I made a mistake. I sent Vettel out way too late. Oh, no. Seb. I'm so sorry, Seb. We sent you out too late. No. Ah, bloody hell. I'm sorry, Seb. I'm sorry. I think we really could have got you up towards the 2nd row at least, minimum. And instead, we're finishing P6 behind both Mercs. And Piastri and Perez. And obviously, they're on flyers, so they may go better. That's frustrating. That's my bad. See, this is what I'm on about. Errors. That's an error. That's a really annoying error. I mean, it doesn't matter in the end. Oh! Lando didn't go quicker. But Perez did. Perez! Can you believe it? That's awkward. Perez was kicked out of Red Bull. They stole Piastri from us. And Perez has only gone and put it on pole position then as he returned to Aston Martin, formerly known as Racing Point Force India, in a session where Verstappen's not featuring because he got knocked out in Q2. Unbelievable story arc this is for Checo Perez. Pole position for Aston alongside Lando Norris. Vettel down in P7. We've got some places to make up for him, but genuinely Aston look quick. They look quick. Merc as well. One of them beats Piastri. Might be a very different and very challenging race for us in terms of multiple teams we're fighting rather than just the one of Red Bull compared to in the first 3 races. But to add to our challenge, there is actually some rain forecast for this race. Because if we go to edit here, bit of rain in the middle of the race. And that looks like enough for Inters. I reckon that is definitely enough for Inters. Depends on how the race goes. We need to keep an eye on that because our weather centre, you know, not entirely accurate. Maybe that rain gets delayed. Maybe it's earlier. Who knows? So we'll keep an eye on that. So in that vein, I would feel like lap 28 there is probably the time we're going to come in. That's actually the medium tyre. So we'll just stick to this 1 stop then. We'll stick to this 1 stop. I know we can definitely get to lap 28 on the mediums, and then we'll go from there.
57 laps await our competitors here in Miami, so may the best driver win. And for Lando Norris, this is another chance to see what he can do in this car.
It's a P2 start for them, an excellent opportunity, and no doubt they'll be looking to grab it with both hands.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Here we go with the Miami Grand Prix. It's lights out.
We're on the way. Aston Martin on pole, but can Lando get the good start to maybe jump them? No, doesn't look like it. Is into turn 1. He's side by side with Alonso. And Alonso takes 2nd place maybe away from us. We're pushing everything, deploying everything. But Alonso has wrestled the Aston. It's an Aston Martin 1-2 at the Miami Grand Prix. Lawrence Stroll, well, I don't know if he's even part of this team anymore. His son's nowhere near it. He's not even in the sport anymore, Stroll. So whoever's at the head of Aston Martin now will be very, very happy. We're down to 3rd, and we're actually on the back foot compared to the first 3 races. You know, with Lando, with Seb as well, as we are watching Piastri side by side with George Russell, Verstappen down in P12. So the usual fighters have been deposed, and it's all Aston Martin at the moment, and Mercedes not looking too bad in P4 and 5 respectively. Right, Alonso setting the fast lap of the Grand Prix. What tyres are they on? They're on mediums. We need to now rein this in, go and avoid high-risk curbs. And we need to just calm things down for the wet period, which I'll keep a constant eye on. Already it looks like... Oh, no, that's about the same as it was. But we'll see if it changes and ebbs and flows. So Alonso gets... So Alonso's broken DRS over 1 second, but he's not saving the tyres that we are. So we're in this for the long run, for the wet period. We've just got to try and maybe stay ahead of the Mercedes cars who are also pushing. They're on the softs. Hamilton, Russell, Piastri, all on soft. So it's up to Lando to try and back them up and defend. And I guess Vettel to hold off Albon and try and keep up with the soft runners and wait for them to start wearing out their tyres and we can gain. Meanwhile, Verstappen on the soft, so he's gone aggressive. He's still stuck down in P12 with 3 laps gone. And there goes Hamilton. I think he might make a move, to be honest. We're not really fighting him. He's in a different race to us, so... You know, he can overtake us if he wants. Leclerc's overtaken Sebastian Vettel. I mean, right now, we've just got to stick to our guns. We've got to remain to the plan. And we've just got to kind of, you know, believe in it. That having that tyre wear in that tricky period is going to pay dividends. Hamilton's overtaken us. He's just ahead of us, though. So we are getting DRS with Lando on Lewis. DRS is, yeah, there you go. There's that rear flap opening and Lando. Oh, Lando's moving around everywhere. Oh, what a move! He went right, he went left, he went right, he went left again. And now he's side by side with the 7-time world champion, Lando Norris. Can he re-overtake for P3 while saving tyres? Incredible stuff here for Lando Norris. Meanwhile, Sebastian Vettel is deposed by Leclerc, by Albon. He's not doing as well as Lando, I'd say, on the avoid high-risk curb strategy, but we need to just keep it calm, remain cool, We go talk 4, save tyres. I don't know why I'm speaking like that. Vettel's probably got PTSD from Ferrari-sounding engineers. Right, Seb is coming back at Alexander Albon. DRS open, round the outside. Seb makes the overtake. Albon, surely he's going to give up the position here. Yes, he will, but Verstappen is close by. So maybe now in clean air, this is the time to say, let's get off high-risk curbs, and let's get on them, rather, and start pushing again. Maybe try and bridge that gap to Leclerc, and keep Verstappen fighting with Albon as Hamilton re-overtakes Lando Norris. And Piastri's getting involved. The two former teammates are side by side. Piastri maybe looking to overtake Lando, but remember, these guys are on softs. And look at the tyre wear difference, 7% to the two Astons. So we're in good shape there. And even though the gap is 3.4, we know from Qatar that kind of gap can be bridged with enough pushing and with the right tyre wear. So I'm not too worried. But the Astons, to be fair to them, are doing well. 1-2 DRS training each other. We need to keep an eye on that. They may be a threat of, you know, just pulling away from us. And Seb is now caught Leclerc. We'll go back on avoid high-risk curbs. Back on the fuel. We've dragged Verstappen with us, unfortunately, though. So Verstappen's been clever there. He's actually stayed in DRS of Seb. And he's been dragged along with us because we've all caught up to Leclerc. Verstappen goes for the move on the softs. It was the inevitable. But Verstappen on the soft compound tyre has overtaken Seb. I tried to block him off as much as I could. We did do so for like, I would say like 2 laps, I think. But he's passed now. But let's just now see how this race is panning out. So we've got a lot better tyre wear than the 2 other medium tyre runners that we're concerned about. These all are on softs. They're going to wear out quicker. I don't think they're going to get to the wet period. And the wet period looks about the same, lap 28-ish for Inters. So I think around lap 15, let's say, the 2 drivers can start pushing these mediums properly and try and reel in the time we've lost, protecting them. Right, we're pushing now. Lap 15, fastest lap of the Grand Prix by Fernando Alonso. But for how much longer? Because now Lando has been unleashed in clean air on 74% tyre wear compared to their 64. 10% more tyre wear for Lando. Same for Vettel, but he's obviously got a few more cars to overtake. He's got Albon for company. But what can they both do? Pushing. Lando's going to set a fast lap of the Grand Prix here. Vettel's actually been overtaken by Albon. How the hell did that happen? Huh? What's Albon's tyre wear? 62. Okay, Albon's done actually okay. Maybe. Versus us. But re-overtake. Good. People pitting off the softs. Piastri's in. Lewis is in. Immediately, we're going to just get track position here with Seb. And Lando is closing in on Alonso. Gap is 1.5 from 3 seconds. What did I say? What did I say? We're going to reel them in. We're going to reel them in. Sainz has overtaken Vettel. Vettel's struggling on these mediums, you know. He's been overtaken by Albon fair and square, and he's dropped him. Unlike Lando, Seb is actually really struggling on these mediums. People are quicker than him. Yeah, very confusing. Very, very confusing, because I feel like at Qatar, that was the opposite. Vettel was keeping his tyres in check and was quick then when he pushed him. Here at Miami, Vettel's actually worse on tyre wear, just about, a little bit on Lando. And he's not finding as much pace when he pushes. Whereas, look at this. The two Astons are side by side. Perez defending against Fernando Alonso, I think that is, or attacking Alonso, rather. And Alonso staying ahead, but this is allowing Lando to come in. Here we go. This could be it. This could be an overtake. Double overtake, maybe for first place. Come on, let's go high aggression. Let's get him. Let's get him. Let's have a go at the two Astons for the first time. They've been loving life 1 and 2. But can we ruin the party today for Aston Martin down this straight? Kind of stuck in the DRS box, unfortunately. We are going to get maybe Sergio Perez on the outside. Alonso, give us that toe, mate. Here we go. On the outside into the final corner. Onto a new lap, lap 21. And we are ahead in second place. We continue to push to maybe get that first place. And it's getting darker. The rain's on the way. The rain is on the way. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Is it the inevitable overtake? Verstappen sets of our sap of the Grand Prix as Lando Norris gets round the outside of Fernando Alonso. Yes, good overtake. Solid stuff, mate. Solid stuff. And we have the tyre wear to push a bit more. Perez done a bit better than Alonso, though, to protect his tyres, but we now have clean air to push. And push we shall to try and get a gap. Meanwhile, for Seb, it's been a really frustrating race because he's been caught up behind Albon and then been constantly swapping positions. So that's held him up, I think. I think he would have had more pace if Albon wasn't there. And now Sainz has been able to catch up to him. On the hards, did he start on the hards? Did Sainz start on hards? That is, yeah, he did. Mad, fair play, fair play. So Sainz going a bit different, starting on hards. And he's now challenging Seb. As we've got rain falling now. Rain is falling. So maybe the Inters might be a better period for Seb. Hopefully. Yellow flags for what? Multiple cars have crashed, including Daniel Ricciardo. Let's have a gander. What has occurred here? Maybe on a slippery circuit. Ricciardo's actually the one being attacked by the Sauber. And, oh, okay, the Sauber gets the elbow out and just knocks into Ricciardo, but not really a major crash. As Lando doing well to keep the two Aston Martins at bay in these changeable conditions. We know Lando is OP as hell in these changeable conditions and in the wet. So I'm confident. But we just need to get the crossover period correct, which is, I think, in about 3 laps. All right, Lando just got overtaken, as did Sebastian Vettel. He's fallen behind Carlos Sainz. Lando's been overtaken. Our tyre wear is looking a bit less now. I think it's time. No, not for a dry pit stop, mate. See, it's lap 28. It's raining. It is definitely raining out there as Lando makes a move on the outside. Look at that. Incredible stuff. Really good racing for first place between Lando Norris and Fernando Alonso. But look at the millimeters of rain. It's not high enough. It's not high enough. Will it get high enough in this next lap? That's the hope. Vettel's tumbling down the order. He's been passed by people who've made that second pit stop. He needs the rain now. We need that. We need that rain. We've actually lost all the positions we gained by not making a pit stop with Seb. I don't know what's happened here. From Qatar to Miami, his tyre wear is woeful. And his pace is woeful compared to Qatar. Very, very, crashed down to reality or reality check for Sebastian Vettel and ourselves here today with him. Alonso comes in. What is he going to go on to? That'll be interesting. What is he going on to? Will it be dries? If it's dries, I'll be, I'll be surprised, but also at the same time, fair play. No, Inters. We're coming in. Inters. Yep, Inters, come in. Push on everything coming in, because you can push on the way out. Right, we're in. I'm going to stay out with Lando, though. I'll stay out with Lando. Oh, we're held a bit in the pits. We're held a bit in the pits by 2 cars, I think that was. Right, let's see what Seb has on intermediates as we get overtaken by Tsunoda, the second Williams of the day. Oh, Vettel's confidence is very low. Oh, it's just frustrating, you know. I'm trying to do the best by him. He's just, he's not responded to this strategy in the same way Lando has. You know what, Lando, we're still not in. I'm waiting for that rain. There we go. Now it's 1 millimeter. So now we're going to come in for intermediates. I'm just hoping maybe staying out, kind of maybe, I don't know, we might have just got caught up in the pits a little bit if we came in straight away. But at the same time, I'm just so confident in Lando's pace on inters that even if we are behind even Perez, I think we should be able to catch back with them. Right, we're in with Lando. Where is Seb? P12. Ah, bloody hell. Where is his pace gone? Honestly, man. Where has it gone? Right, lap 36. Lando is now caught up to Perez, making the move on the inside for P2. And obviously, because we pit later, we've got more tyre wear. So that was with avoid high-risk curbs. Let's take that off now. Clean air, bit of fuel. Push after Fernando Alonso. Meanwhile, Seb is, well, I'm pushing him to try and catch Tsunoda, but I honestly just don't know where his pace has gone today. I don't know. I've got him on high aggression, and I've got avoid high-risk curves right now, but that's because we need to keep tyre wear in this. Let's take it off for a bit. Get in past Tsunoda, build some confidence, and then see where we can go from there. Right, here's Seb making the move on Tsunoda. Come on, left to right, left again, maybe, mate. Come on, make the move to the inside. Go now. Deploy. Let's go deploy on this back straight. Come on. And then Lando's catching up with Fernando Alonso. Can Seb make that move though on this straight? Come on, please, mate. I want to see it. High fuel. Let's get past Tsunoda. Come on, an overtake in the second stint. Come on, Seb. I know you've got more pace than this. I know you do. Meanwhile, Lando closing in on Fernando Alonso. This could be the move for the lead once again. Alonso, is he defensive? Oh, Lando moves to the inside, to the outside again, to the inside. It's the same little dummy and oh no!
Overtaking is very difficult.
Oh, he saw. It wasn't quite the same as Hamilton. He's ducked and dived. He's faked. And it's all come wrong for little Lando Norris. He's crashed into Fernando Alonso. Oh, and he feels a bit weird. He sounds a bit winded. Oh, for that. To the right, to the left, to the inside. And just couldn't pull it off. He's got damage. He's got damage, but he's going to have to continue on. There's no point pinning yet. No, mate. No, mate. We're going to pit once the dries have to come on. But we might have to just, you know, firm this for now with a lack of pace and just keep second place in this stint and see what we can do with the front wing change in the last stint. Meanwhile, Vettel's overtaking Gasly. This is what we want to see. Good overtakes by Seb. He's coming back into the points and coming back into this race. Lando overtook Alonso with a broken front wing. Hang on, in the same place he failed to overtake. He's overtaken him. What's happened to Alonso? Why is he so slow? We've got a broken wing. We've got a broken wing and he's overtaken him. I mean, he's right there. What's the tyre wear? We've got worse tyre wear than Alonso. And we've overtaken there. Unbelievable stuff. And it's sunny now, so we should probably pit Lando for softs. Vettel's coming in this lap as well. I think we should be fine for the double stack because they've got enough time. Alonso continues on. Alonso's got a penalty as well for that collision. So it wasn't even our fault. I thought that was Lando's mistake. But I think that penalty's for Alonso then. So Alonso's got a penalty for that. We're in. Vettel will be in at the end of this lap. No one else is coming in, are they? No one else is in? Okay, now people are coming in. So Lando's avoided all that chaos. Hopefully Vettel will avoid that chaos. Cars behind us. There's not really cars behind us. There's cars ahead of us, but I think we should be all right. What have Aston done? Howlers and Verstappen as well. Howlers, gents. Howlers. On the intermediate still. What are you doing? It's bare bones dry. Lando's definitely winning this. Lando's definitely winning this. In fact, we can probably turn down the engine and be calm. I'm focusing all my energy on Seb now. Right, Sebastian Vettel sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix as he is gaining. And he's already overtaken the likes of Hamilton and Sainz because they lost so much time staying on intermediates. Next up is Max Verstappen. So this is an important overtake if Seb can make it. Even if it's been a difficult and frustrating race for him, if he overtakes Verstappen, that's a really good race actually, just to help us out in the championship, fighting a Red Bull. That's solid, but, you know, blinder a race for Alexander Albon in P6 right now. Aston, they're still 2-3, so it's still something. Oh, Verstappen comes back. for the fast lap of the Grand Prix of his own. And we've got a crash for no one in the top. But it's, again, an AlphaTauri who gets punted into. It's Ricciardo again who gets punted into. My God, Ricciardo's getting bullied today. Oh, my God. Verstappen's opened up the taps. We were like a couple of tenths behind Verstappen. And he's now gone and gapped us by 3 seconds. And he's overtaken Albon. Wow. That Red Bull, when it wants to be, is so quick, actually, in clean air. That's actually scary. If Verstappen was up there in the top 10, he would have probably dominated this race, because that's rapid. All right, Vettel's overtaken Albon. At least one position got here, up into P7. Don't think we're going to be catching Verstappen, but it is what it is. We're just going to try and make the most of this last part of the race to recover for Seb, really. And meanwhile, for Lando Norris, well, 1.1 the gap. Alonso's creeped up and closed in. But look at the tyre wear we've got for Lando. We've protected his tyres. So now we can just push to the end. And we've got the fuel for it as well. I don't even need to manage him, really, at this stage. I can just let him do his thing. And with 3 laps to go, I'm just going to tell Seb to push flat out now, burn the tyres, and catch up, hopefully, to Piastri, which he is doing on the as Lando gets to the last lap of the Grand Prix, so he's fine on fuel, fine on pushing. Vettel needs to save some fuel, but here goes Sebastian Vettel as he faked to the right, goes to the left, and he's going to overtake at least one Red Bull in this race. It's Oscar Piastri. He's been got on towards the last lap of the Grand Prix. P6 for Seb, still good recovery. From P12, good recovery. Don't know what happened in that intermediate stint. He had a stinker. We're going to forget, that didn't happen. Didn't happen, okay? And Lando Norris comes through for a dominant display in the end then. Aston Martin thought they had us, but Lando Norris wins another race. We've created a freaking machine here. Lando is unstoppable right now. Unstoppable. Crazy consistency from him. And Vettel will come through for a P6. Hard-fought P6, but decent one in the end. I hope he has enough fuel. Please get to the line there. There we go. Crosses the line. And he's probably going to run out of fuel literally as we cross the line. There we go. We've managed that to a T. Vettel recovers to P6. Verstappen, to be fair, has recovered very well from outside the top 10. It's still a double Aston podium, which shows they're going in the right direction. Not so much for Merc, who get beat by Albon, but good stuff for Seb to recover. Just frustrating. I think I was hoping for more off the back of his win at Qatar, but you can't win them all. And to be fair, the stats, you know, the overalls don't lie. I'm going to try my best to always do good by Sebastian Vettel, because I know he's a fan favourite. He's a big favourite for you guys in the comments, and for me as well, and on this channel. But realistically, with the overall that Lando has compared to Seb, the fact he's younger, so he won't diminish. He just has that level of... He's got the dog in him. He's got the dog in him. He's got the consistency. And he's won another race. Verstappen's pace, though, I want to say in the last stint, was really scary. We actually got handed a gift. If Verstappen was in that race in the top 3, I think we would have been mullered. That was scary pace that he showed to pull away from Seb that quickly. P1, P6, Lando leads the championship by, what, like 30 or 29 points, is that? 29 points? Vettel's still second, though, ahead of Verstappen, which is... Can't complain about that. Can't complain about that. And constructors, we still build the lead to Red Bull. So right now, where everything's looking McLaren, we are very much on a single lane course of a motorway to glory right now with McLaren. But we need to keep our wits about us. But guys, if you have enjoyed that one, hit the like button. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. If you're around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.